All right. Good morning. Good Sunday morning, everyone. We are live. Okay, it's been a few days since I've come on. Sorry I've been gone for that long. I shouldn't have, but we are basically going to be going over how you can get started as a complete beginner earning an income online with digital marketing and affiliate marketing. Okay, and specifically doing it with digital products, right? And the best part about this is that you can do it with products that you did not even have to create. Okay. Good morning, Grandpa Mark. Now, for those of you that are on here, if you just see me, if you see me constantly looking left and right or looking like I'm not looking at you on the screen, that's because I am on two different platforms at the moment, and I'm basically trying to monitor the comment section on both platforms so that I don't miss any questions, okay, in the event that they do come through. So bear with me. And if for whatever reason you do type a question that I do not respond to while here on the live, just remember you can always DM me. All right, for those of you who are on YouTube, you can always look in the description below. I've got my contact information there. There's through the various social media platforms I'm on. And then here on TikTok, you can always DM me. Good morning, Terrence J. Spence. You can always DM me directly. Okay. Just so you know, right from the get go, I do have a free course available for those who are interested. Again, if you're on YouTube, it's going to be one of the links in the description below. And if you are on TikTok, you can get it just by going to my profile. So, but what you would do is just click on the top left hand side of the screen, click on my profile picture there. It's going to open up a bigger profile picture of myself. Click on that again. It'll take you to my profile, and there'll be a link in there that you can just go to and enter your information. You'll be able to get access to that free course. The good thing about that too is if you do get access to it, if you want to reach me on my business line, you can text me as well, right? And we can set up a time to talk if you want to do that, right? If you want to get more information and get everything in a lot more detail, get everything quickly, right? If you don't want to sit and wait for me drip feeding the stuff to you. But again, like I said, I have that free course in there. If you are a complete beginner or someone who has actually already been doing this and for whatever reason been struggling to not get the sales that you need, or the sales that you've been looking for, the information that I have in there will help you get those things right as well. Okay. It'll help you get that stuff right as well. All right. Now, let's just get into the basics, right? Just to make sure that we're all on the same page, right? So, digital marketing, right? I always like to clear this up because for whatever reason, a lot of people have been misled into thinking that the digital marketing is like this new thing, right? And and they erroneously think that it's only and solely about selling digital products, which could not be further from the truth. Okay, digital marketing is not only about selling digital products, and in some cases some people think it's just about selling courses, which is no. Okay, digital marketing in simple terms is just basically the process of promoting a product, service, business, brand, yourself as a personal brand, right? And anything, right? Including physical products, anything online, right? As long as you're promoting using the internet or some kind of digital channel to promote anything online, including physical products, right? You are essentially engaging in digital marketing. Okay, that's essentially what that is in a nutshell. Now, affiliate marketing, which is, this is where things get interesting for, regular individuals like you and I. Affiliate marketing is an extremely simple business model that allows regular individuals like you and I to promote other people's or other businesses products and services in return for an affiliate commission every single time we help them generate a sale or leads, right? Depending on whatever the affiliate agreement is, okay? Which means that as a complete beginner, you get to skip all the, like all the headaches that come with, and the intricacies that come with running a full-fledged business, right? As an affiliate, you don't have to worry about creating your own product or providing your own service. You don't have to worry about managing inventory. You don't have to worry about shipping and handling, or customer returns, or even dealing with customer service, altogether, right? Those are all issues and headaches for the product owners and vendors to deal with, right? That's all they have to do. Thank you so much, Daily Profit 101. I appreciate you tapping on the screen, right? Those are all headaches for them to deal with, okay? Your only job as an affiliate, okay, or I should say your primary job, right, is going to be learning how to drive traffic, right? If you learn how to drive traffic, if you know how to drive traffic, you can essentially, I mean, I hate to say it like this, it makes it sound hypey, right? In terms of like print your own paycheck or whatever type stuff, but that's literally what it is. Like if you can get good, right? What is this business? So Daily Profit 101, the business is the affiliate marketing, okay? It's affiliate marketing. It's a simple business model that allows regular individuals like you and I to promote other people's products and services in return for an affiliate commission, okay? And these could be physical products, they could be digital products, right? But we use digital marketing, right? We use digital marketing to promote these products and services. So the great thing about it is you don't have to create them yourself, right? You don't have to come up with any kind of product or service on your own, okay? All you're doing is piggybacking off of the success of other people's products and services. So it's a great way for a beginner to get started, because you're basically capitalizing on already successful products, okay? Products that are already doing well, so there's no guesswork, right? If you started out trying to create your own product and all that, and don't get me wrong, you can do that, right? You can do that, but it's just as I don't recommend it for people who are just getting started. I like to look at affiliate marketing as a way of doing, like training wheels. I like that. Not create, yeah, you don't have to create your own. So you just essentially have to go out there and basically find products that are already doing well, that people already want, okay? So you know that it's going to work, right? You know that it's going to work. Now it's just a matter of, because it's working for so many other different people, right? And people are buying. So you know that if you decide to hop on it as well, you have a good chance of making some decent income yourself as well, okay? So that's the shortcut, right? That's the shortcut for beginners to get started. Now once you've gained experience and you're doing well with that, you understand how marketing works, you understand your niche and your market, how and the kind of things that make people tick, what people want, right? Then if you want to transition into creating your own product, because maybe you want to build your own brand, or you just want to make something of your own, you can do that there, okay? Now the product that the product that I've been that I the product that I promote right now, it's a digital product, right? It's a course, and it's called Digital Wealth Academy, right? And it is a digital marketing course that teaches people how to do digital marketing, and it teaches you how to make an income online in 15 different ways, okay? Gotta run, but I followed you. Have a fabulous day. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Daily Profit. Thank you. All right. I appreciate you. So Digital Wealth Academy, right, is a digital product, right? And it teaches you how to make an income online in 15 different ways, okay? 15 different ways. And one of them is through the affiliate marketing model, right? Where once you do get in, they will, right? Once you get in, they will allow you to promote let's see, how do we do this? Uh so once you get in, right, they will allow you to become an affiliate right away. Okay, so that allows you to start earning an 85% commission. So that's what they offer. And because it's a digital product, right, as opposed to a physical product, because it's a digital product, they can give you those high commissions, right? Because the margins on digital products are a lot higher than, say, like with a physical product, right? With a physical product, the vendors and the owners of the products, they're only making but a little bit, right? The difference between how much it costs them to make that physical product versus the markup at which they sell them is really small. So coming in as an affiliate on a physical product, you're only going to be given a percentage of that little margin right there, right? So don't get me wrong, you can make a ton with physical products, right? But the only difference now is that you're going to have to I appreciate the follow, Patricia, appreciate it. You're going to have to sell a ton, okay? You're going to have to sell a ton. And that's why you see like people on TikTok shop, for example, they're doing extremely well, right? It's just some, like if you have the right video that goes viral and all that type of stuff, but you're going to have to do lots of volume. So look at it this way, right? Let's just say, thank you so much, Patricia, I appreciate it. Let's just say, for example, you are selling a physical product that's like $10, right? And you're getting a 10% commission. You're going to be earning $1 for each $10 product that you do sell. If you wanted to make 1K, like 1 grand, you would have to sell 1,000 units of that physical product. Whereas with a digital product like this one, for example, Digital Wealth Academy, right? Where let's just say, for example, it was a $1,000 product and they're giving you a 50% commission on each sale, right? You would be earning like $500, right? So you would only have to make 2 sales in order to make that 1K that you're looking for. So that's why like with digital products, a margin you for this for just about the same amount of effort, right? You can go on to make a lot more, right? So it just makes sense to go the digital product route when you're starting out. Okay. Now, the good thing about Digital Wealth Academy when you do get started is that if you are one of those people that for whatever reason does not want to sell like a course or anything like that, you don't have to, right? That is, selling the course is not the only way to earn an income, right? You have 15, like there's 14 other ways, right, that you can go, right, that they teach you inside the course to start earning an income online. So if you don't want to sell the course for whatever reason, totally fine. You don't have to. Okay. If Here's another thing, I know this is another hiccup for a lot of people. They don't want to show their faces, right? A lot of people don't want to get on camera. They don't want their faces to be seen. They don't want friends and family to know that they're doing that, which is fine. I completely get that. I understand it completely because I felt exactly the same way, right? And it's taken a lot for me to get to this point where I'm comfortable, like, or at least getting more comfortable showing my face and or putting my face in my content that I create and all that type of stuff. And by the way, you don't have to go live either if you don't want to, right? Inside Digital Wealth Academy, they will teach you how to create content. They call it faceless digital marketing, right? They will teach you how to create content without showing your face, without ever putting your voice on camera, without doing any of that stuff, right? And create content that sells, right? Whatever products it is that you decide to promote. Okay. So that don't let that be a reason why you don't get started. Okay. Like if you are in some kind of this is the reason why most of us start this to begin with, right? It's the reason I started, right? Like I didn't start doing like affiliate marketing and digital marketing because I had money. It's because I didn't, right? It's because I was always moving. It's like you work so hard, right? You have your full-time job and you have your part-time job like I did, right? I was working a corporate desk job 9 to 5, and then I was also coaching youth soccer on the side, right? And despite doing all of that, it just always seems like you're always there always seem to be more month than money, right? And falling behind, debt piling up and all that type of stuff. So it's just, I had to do something different, right? Like I was looking at this as like, for me, looking at the whole prospect of climbing the corporate ladder, and even if I did climb and get to certain positions or manage, whether it was managerial or directors, like would I even be making that much, right? And this essentially, I was looking at it as like, okay, this is going to be my life for like the next 30, 40 years, doing something that I really did not care for, to be honest, right? Like, don't get me wrong, like I didn't hate my job and I didn't hate my coworkers. I'm not one of those type stories. Not to say that those aren't real, but for in my case, I actually had amazing coworkers, right? I like the people that I worked with; they were all amazing. My boss was amazing, right? Like they were all great people. The work was, I didn't care for it per se, right? It was just a job. It was just something I was doing. There were other things I would have rather been doing, but it was the job I had at the time, and it got to a point where it started getting draining, burning out, and it was burning me out. And I was like, okay, I've got to do something different. So I turned to the internet, and I knew people were making ridiculous amounts online, in various different ways, but I wasn't exactly sure which way I was meant to go. So I started digging online just like everybody else, like most people do. And then I started coming across these people who, they were mostly women when I first started, right? Like I saw a lot of women who were selling digital products, right? Digital products seem to be like the hot thing, right? And a lot of them were selling courses and all various different niches, but I kept seeing mostly women doing this. So my initial thought was like, okay, well, yeah, this stuff looks like it works, is great and all, but um, it seems like it appeals only to women. Lots of stay-at-home moms, and just that's all I was seeing. But what I failed to realize is that the algorithms are designed to keep you on their platforms for as long as possible, so that the longer you stay on their platforms, the more they are able to earn by feeding you ads, by the advertisers who are paying them to feed you ads and all that type of stuff. So if they think or see that you're interested in something, they will keep feeding you more of that same thing. So that's the reason why I start, like, it just kept feeding me more women. And then I came across one who I just went to the comments, and I saw a guy commented in there, and I was like, oh, so there are guys doing this stuff. So I went to his profile, and then I started seeing his followers, and then there were more, I started seeing more guys doing this stuff. So that's when I was like, okay, all right, well, I guess there is space in here for people like myself, right? It's not just women doing this. And from that point on, I did more research. I started looking at all the different there were so many different courses out there, right? I started looking at all the different courses that were out there. I was doing my research on each one of them, and repeatedly, over and over and over, a lot of the people that I was coming across, like the ones who were extremely successful, a lot of them, the one thing that they seem to have in common is that they were all students of Digital Wealth Academy, right? DWA, which is essentially where I ended up going. Like, when I did my research on all the different products that were out there, DWA was the one that stood out to me, and I think for good reason. When you look at it right now, it is hands down. I mean, it is the fastest growing course on the school platform in the business category, if I'm not mistaken. There's over 120, supposedly, like, it's approaching 130,000 people in there right now. Okay, so I saw, again, at the time when I was researching and looking for something to get started with, a lot of the people that were having the kind of success I was looking for, right? They all seem to have been people, not seem, but like the overwhelming majority of them had their success from everything that they learned inside Digital Wealth Academy. So that was how I came to that conclusion. That's what made me decide to go with Digital Wealth Academy. I came across a guy with whom that resonated with me and all that, and the rest was history. I decided to go in there, and ever since, it's only been getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the coursework, right? Like all the stuff that they teach in it, they've been adding more modules, right? Like different ways to earn online. And coming up soon, they're going to be launching into phase, like, I think it's a DWA 3.0, right? There have been different iterations. Like, it first came out as DWA, and then it became DWA 2.0, and soon I think it's going to be going to, by the end of the year maybe, or starting next year, is going to be going to DWA 3.0. Now, what I don't know What I don't know is whether or not the cost, right, or where the price is going to go up. Okay. I have a sneaky, sneaky feeling, sneaky suspicion that the price just might go up, right, from 497 maybe to 597. I don't know, but I would not be waiting to find out, right? If this is something that you have ever been interested in getting going with, I would encourage you to get started with it right now. Okay. And here's the good thing, I do this for those of you who do decide to get started with me, especially while we're here on the live. Okay. I do have a bonus that I provide to those who join through my lives. Okay. And that is you will get access basically as a full time full support and mentorship from me, and you will get access, you will get my phone number. Okay. You will get my phone number, which you can use to text me whenever you want, as often as you want to. We can hop on calls as need be, if we need to FaceTime, whatever the case may be, right? And just and I'll do that for you until you don't need me any longer. Okay. But of course, I am only human. I'm one person, right? So I can only take on but so many people at a time, which is why I only offer that bonus to people who join with me while we are on the live, okay? Or within 1 hour of when my live ends, okay? And the good thing is, I will know, right? Like, let's just say once the live ends and you decide, and you happen to jump on, I will be able to see. That goes for those of you on TikTok, by the way. If you're on YouTube and you see this video later and you decide to get started, you will just send me a message. In fact, I'll see it and you will get that bonus. Okay. Those of you who do get started with me, right, while we're on here live, you will get my phone number, which, like I said, you can text me as often as you want, if you where you need help. And here's the thing, the funny thing is, you really won't even need me, because everything is laid out so step by step inside Digital Wealth Academy, right? And they do have their support in there as well. Okay. There is support in there as well. You will be able to, obviously you have access to the community, over 120 something thousand people in there, right? And the creators, welcome Maken. The creator, you can reach out to the creators as well, right? We do have, an 8-figure mentor in there who does a lot of the trainings, right? The live trainings on Zoom calls every single week, right? Richard Yu, that's his name. Believe it or not, he's done 8 figures selling digital products, which it's insane when you think about it, right? Like, I think he's approaching like 30 million or so, 30 million bucks or so in digital product sales. So, I mean, you think about it, to be learning from someone like that, no matter how experienced you are, if you haven't hit those kind of numbers, I think you would have something to learn from someone like that, right? People who are operating at the very, at the top, right? So however they do things, I'm sure you will always. I mean, I've already learned a ton from him, despite having been in this space for quite a while already. So of course that's expected. Like that goes without saying, right? If you're not if you're not doing 6 figures, 7 figures, or even if you are doing 7 figures, this guy's doing 8 figures. So I'm sure that you would learn something from him. Okay. And here's the other thing too, guys. Just because, like, you need to be open to learning. Like this, no matter how successful you become, you can always learn from people, even from people who are not doing as well as you, right? Like, there are unique things about various people. They have their own unique insights and stuff, and things that would work that you can pick up and help you with your business as well. So just keep that in mind. But DWA is 497. Okay. And if you become an affiliate, you would earn an 85% commission. So for every sale that you do generate, you would be earning 422 bucks and 45 cents. Okay. And those add up pretty quickly. All right. Those can add up pretty quickly. And that is how, like, like, you'll see a lot of beginners who are just getting started within a day, right? Like, basically, that's if you sell one of those in a single, right, in a day. If you're doing those every day, great, right? You're basically looking at a 5-figure month, essentially. right? But for each one that you generate just for on one sale, you're already making 400 plus bucks. And that's how beginners, like people who are just getting started, are able to generate those type of are able to make that kind of income on a day, on in a single day. There are people, obviously, the longer you do this, the better you're going to get at it. Eventually you'll get to the point where you start generating these sales on a daily basis, okay, if you decide to focus on selling the product itself, okay. Like as I mentioned earlier, you don't you don't have to only resell the product if you don't want to do that, right? If you don't want to be an affiliate selling courses, right? Digital Wealth Academy teaches you 14 other ways to earn an income online. And I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, right? Because I don't do all of them, and I wouldn't encourage anybody to try to do all of them at the same time, because what's going to happen is you're just going to wear yourself thin. You're gonna spread yourself too thin, right? And not give yourself enough momentum to be able to gain the traction that you need to be successful for any one of those methods. So getting started, I would good morning, Julie. I would encourage you to go to just focus on one or two or three max, okay? Max, right? Don't go beyond that, right? And hone in on just one method and do it for long enough, right? A minimum 3, I would actually say 6 months, right? If you can just for 6 months straight, I'm just saying 6 months to be on the safe side, right? Because a lot of people, the ones who are serious, within 3 months, they're already taken off, right? But if you can hone in and be like consistent, right? Every single day, right? Just put, and you don't need, on a daily basis, you just give this like a good 2 to 3, 3 hours in a single day. If you can find, like, forgo Netflix and all these other silly things, or scrolling, and all the things that you do that are not, they're not fruitful for you, right? Forgo all that stuff and just lock in for 3 months. Like, you really could, at the end of 3 months, you could be seeing a completely different picture, okay, right? You could be having a completely different outlook on how things are looking. And that this is, I even hesitate to just say 3 months, right? Because I don't want to give people the wrong expectations, right? If you come in with this, right, and you have that long-term mindset of committing to yourself, right? Committing to yourself and putting in the work, right? For 6 months minimum and a year, like, have that long-term outlook, okay? Have that long-term outlook and commit to yourself to doing this stuff on a daily basis. Your life could be completely different. If you hear people, if you feel jaded, right, or if you feel like it's cliche, or you sick of hearing people, coming across people online talking about how digital marketing and affiliate marketing has changed their lives, or how it can change your life. Well, it's because you keep hearing it over and over, because it's actually happening, okay? That it's actually doing this for a lot of people. Like, you might have had some not so great experiences in the past, right? You might have tried this before and it didn't necessarily work for you and all that. Don't let that be a reason why you just come to the conclusion that this stuff is fake, or that it doesn't work, or that it's not real and all that, because it is. Like, it's happening for so many different people, right? Like, it really comes down to your mindset, right? It really comes down to your mindset. I'm the type of person that just needs to see that something is possible, right? I just need to know that it has been done before and people are doing it. So if I can see other people doing it, I know that I can do it too. Okay. As opposed to, there's the other set of people who will see others doing this stuff and having success with it and all that, and they're just like, they always have like an excuse or some reason as to why the other person was successful and why they can't be, right? And here's the thing: if you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you are right. Okay. So that's why, like, the mindset, like inside DWA, there is a mindset module in there, right? There actually is a mind, and I'm glad, I love that they start. It's one of the earlier ones, right? Because mind, like, people, I used to ignore this stuff so much as well. I used to ignore it, and that's a terrible mistake, right? Because a lot of times people will come in and they just want the tactics and they just want the how to's. And it's like, how do you do it? How do you do it? And because they're trying to get to the money quickly, trying to get to the money, and they completely skip that mindset part, right? Because they feel like it's just like rah rah woo woo type stuff. No, 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 no. Like this, your mindset is everything. And if you don't fix that, if you don't have that right, I don't care what you do, you're not, you're always going to have that mental block. You're always going to have that block. Okay. If you fix that, and then start implementing, then you'll start to see, you'll start to see things change, right? You'll start to see a difference. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, for those of you that are like I said, if this, by the way, if you do have questions for me, please drop them in the comment section. I will respond. Welcome in, Roxy. Just make sure, yeah, if I, for whatever reason, I'm not able to respond to any of your comments because I'm missing because I'm on two different platforms right now. So if I do miss your comment or miss your question, make sure that you DM me. Okay, send me, like, if you're on if you're on TikTok, make sure that you DM me, right? If you're not following me already, make sure that you do follow so you don't lose me. Same with same on YouTube as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure that you do. And I do have my socials, my information below in the video, in the description below the video here on YouTube, where you can message me, right? You can message me if you want to send me a direct message. And I did mention also that I do, please don't leave empty handed, right? I have a free course for you that's going to go into more detail, right? Explaining how all this stuff works and why it can work for you as well. Okay, why it can work for you as well. If you are on YouTube, it's going to be I think it's going to be the first source. It's probably the second link in the description below. And then if you are on TikTok, it's just going to be the link in my profile. You can go there to see more. Check it out. Okay. The way you would get there if you're on TikTok, just go to the top left hand side of the screen, click on my profile picture there. Okay. And then that's going to open up a bigger profile picture of mine. Click on that again, and then it will take you to my profile, where you can just basically click on the link there, and it'll take you to basically to my store, where you can go ahead and take a, you're looking for the one that says DWA, right? Digital Wealth Academy. Go check it out, and you can learn more about it. You'll see all the different income streams. Now, oh yeah, I was going to mention, or share some of those like some what like examples. So some of the different income streams that they do teach you in there, for if for whatever reason you're one of those that does not want to like promote the course, which is totally fine. Okay, if you do not want to promote the course, one of the incomes some of the income streams that they have in there that they teach is TikTok, like TikTok Shop, right? TikTok Shop is one of them. Okay, there's TikTok Shop. There's selling, as an affiliate on Amazon, whether it's through, like on-site commissions through the Amazon, the influencer program, or just, selling on your own different platforms and as an affiliate, right? There's that. UGC is another really good source for people who are just getting started, right? UGC stands for user generated content, right? And the great thing about that, well, good morning, Maura Connie. The good thing about that is, the good thing about the UGC is that you do not even have to have your own social media platforms if you don't want to have them, right? Essentially, you don't have to post on your platforms, and essentially companies will send you their products, right? And they'll send you their products for you to like review and all that, and they'll even give you the script, the different things that they want you to say, and then you send them back to them, and they will promote them on their social platforms. Okay, we have, like, I know one of my digital marketing friends that I've come across in this space. He's a 58-year-old who just lost his job because he got injured or so, and he can't work anymore, and he just landed a 6K, a $6,000 a 6,000 UGC deal. Okay, which is insane, right? It's crazy. That's the thing about that. You don't even have to have like a big social media following. You don't have to have a following at all. You don't even need to be on social media. Okay. Now, if you wanted to start doing like brand deals and stuff like that, where you're promoting other companies' products on your socials, now there are fewer hoops that you're gonna have to jump there, right? Those ones. The companies, they usually want to see that you do have a large following. They do engage, right? That type stuff, right? They are active and all that type stuff. So that's just that. There's print on demand. They teach you drop shipping. That's another one. Like I said, faceless digital marketing, where you learn how to promote products without ever showing your face if you don't want to, right? Without having to go live and all that type stuff, right? There's that. What else is it? How Canva, right? How to really get good on Canva, and creating your own digital products, right? If you have any knowledge or expertise of your own or experience, right? Like if you solving problems, like you can package your knowledge into a digital product, right? And sell. No, this is not. Is this SWC? No, it's not SWC. This is not SWC. Financial Freedom with Jen. The program that I'm with, the one that I have been learning from, like it. Yeah, yeah, no, I love it absolutely. The one, oh, is it like it? Oh, is it like it? This is so this is DWA, right? This is it, you could say so. Funny enough, right? Yeah, exactly. Funny enough, the creators of SWC, they learned everything that they know from DWA, right? So they started in DWA. That's and then they were and DWA taught them how to go create their own stuff, right? Create their own products, their own product, and they went out and started their own thing. Okay, so that's why, like DWA, right? It teaches you 15 different ways to earn an income online, and you don't have to resell the program if you don't want to, right? You don't have to resell the course if you don't want to, right? For whatever, there are some people, for some, for whatever reason, they don't want to sell courses, which is extremely, that is totally fine, right? The great thing is there are 14 different ways to earn a commission, to earn online if you don't want to sell, the product. So financial for Jen, I'm assuming your name is Jen. Are you in any one of these courses or programs? Is it something you've ever been interested in, or are you like, you just don't like the yes, just, oh, you just started with SWC. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. I hope, how are you liking it thus far? Just scrolling. I hear. I got you. I got you. Got you. Well, I'm glad you got started, and I wish you the best of luck. Sounded the same. Yeah, they're similar, right? They're not, they're similar basically, right? They're essentially similar. They're just two different courses, right? Two different courses. You could say they're same, but they're different, right? All these different courses are different in their ways. Some have, you're welcome. You're welcome, Jen. They all have their pros, they all have their cons, right? But for the most part, yes, for the most part, they're very similar. It's just the difference is going to be in the learning and who you're learning from and who you get started with as well. That's another thing, right? Because I always tell people it matters so much. Like these courses, they all work, right? They all work. It's us as people, as individuals, who just don't do the work, right? If you do the work, and I say this because the evidence is in all the people who are having the tremendous amount of success that they're having. Okay, if people are succeeding with this stuff, there's no reason why you can't, right? They all work, right? Unless you happen to be unfortunate that gets a program that is just absolutely, bad, right? That is just no good, and that's unfortunate. But I don't come on here, yeah, exactly. Like I don't, even if there are some that are bad, I don't come on here to bash other people's work or courses or any of that type of stuff. I just come out here to share the ones, share what I'm aware of and what is possible for everyone else, right? Like if you wanted to make a change, right? If you needed something, because you're not satisfied with with your status quo, with what you currently have going on in your life, right? Then going, getting online, learning these skills, right, is the way to go. Thank you. You are doing great. Just wanted to let you know. Thank you so much, Jen. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. Jen, have you started going live by chance? Because the reason I ask is so that if you do happen to go on live, I'll look out for it and I'll come in and support as well. Have you started going live? How long have you been doing this? Is this something you just got started with, or you're still learning, going through the material, or have you started going live yet? Or and again, like I said, like I tell people, guys, you don't have to. You absolutely do not have to go. No, soon, hopefully, yes, Friday. Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. Yeah, like I tell people, you absolutely do not have to go. Oh, just days in. Oh, this has got to be an exciting period for you. Then I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck. And listen, guys, like this is one thing I keep saying. All right, like do not be misled into thinking that you have to go live in order to make this work because you see people going on live all the time, right? There are people who have made six figures, well beyond six figures, without ever going live in a day in their lives, right? It's just that, you're welcome, Jen. I appreciate it. You're welcome. Because the thing, and I appreciate the follow. I will follow. Let me make sure I follow you back right now so I don't forget. Yeah, I'm going to follow you back right now so that I don't forget. And I'll look out for you. Look out for you whenever you do decide to go. So I just followed you back. I'll look out for you when you do go live. I'll definitely try to come on and support for sure. But yeah, guys, like there are people who have earned well over six figures without ever having gone live, right? The thing about going live, which it is good to go on live because it's definitely going to speed up your progress. There are people who have done this without ever going live, just through the content that they create and everything that they put out, they generate sales that way. Okay, the good thing about going live is that now, and the reason I like to do it as well is because I get to come on here and answer people's questions in real time. Okay, like in order to generate sales for whatever it is that you're promoting, right? One of the key factors is people getting to know, right? To know you, like you, and then trust you, okay? And going live is one of the quickest ways to build that trust. There are people who will come on and they'll come across someone who's going on live and they will come and watch them over and over and over and over and over again. And then over time, once they start feeling comfortable with you, if they feel like that you're someone like a go-to person that they feel like they can learn from and will be there to help them, then that encourages them to make the purchase, right? And going live helps to speed up that process of people getting to know, like, and trust you. Now, if you don't go live, you can still build that, that know, like, and trust factor through the content that you create, right? All the posts that you make, right? They say, generally speaking, starting out, you want to be posting like 3 times a day, right? Some people just come on, post only once a day, but this is just understand this, right? Yeah, more personable though. Yep, exactly. The more you put out, right? The more you put out, the more people get to see you, get to know what you're all about, right? And this is something that I've been something that I a mistake that I've been making, which I'm looking to start changing going forward, right? A lot of times people think that a lot of the content that you put out is always going to have to be promotional content or only talking about your business and everything that you do. In order to develop, like, get people to know you more and like you more, you need to start sharing more of your stuff that happens in your life outside of just what you're doing for the business and all that, right? That's like, if you have certain hobbies or certain interests or passions or things that you do in your regular day-to-day life, right? Share that stuff, right? Because there will be people who will see that and who do that stuff too and will resonate with you. And just for that fact alone, it will be a reason for them to want to start following you and want to start, if they do decide they want to start the business, they will want to they'll want to buy from you, right? Just because they feel like you understand them more than anybody else could because you're into the same things. It's the same reason why a lot of, like, moms do amazing, right? They do amazing on this platform selling these various digital products, right? Because they create content around being a mom, like a stay home with their kids and all that type stuff. And if they're able to do it with that huge responsibility, right, of running the home and taking care of the kids and all that, and still being able to find time to do this on the side and still generate an income, you know, that's and being able to stay at home, right, with your kids and all that type of stuff, that's like, you know, you share a lot of that stuff, and people will see that, right? People will see, you know, a lot of other moms see that, and they're like, oh wow, they're able to do this, this is perfect for me, I should be able to do that too, you know. So that's the reason why it's good to share everything, you know, a lot of the stuff that you have going on in your personal life, which is that's definitely one of the things that I have definitely fallen short on, which I'm going to look to start doing even some more, right? Start doing that a lot more, outside of just business, or, you know, the program and how this and that and all that type of stuff. So, but anyway, guys, oh, welcome. Good morning, Julie. But anyway, guys, we are. I've got to hop off now. So, like I did mention, for anybody that does decide that they do want to get started with this, if you do join while we're here on the live, or within an hour of me getting off, you will get that bonus from me. That personal. You will get my phone number, okay, which you can use to text me as often as you need, as you want to. We can jump on calls as need be, and FaceTime, whatever. If you need help with anything, that is a bonus that I provide for those who join while we're here on the live, or within an hour after. Okay, so the time right now is 9:27. So let's just call it 9:30. 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you do join within before 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, then you will get that bonus. Okay. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, if you happen to see this live later on down the road and the time has passed, if you do join, I will honor that bonus for you. Okay, I will honor that bonus for you as well. Okay, if you happen to be watching this at a later time, because the live, you know, when you do live streams on YouTube, you can leave them up as posts, and people will get to see them later. So if you happen to be one of the lucky few that catches this on YouTube and you decide to join, just send me. I will see that, and I will honor that bonus. Okay, and I will know, right? I will know, because when I do talk to you, I'll find out where you did join from. Okay, well, actually, from the link that I have, so I've got like tracking and stuff, so I'll be able to tell. Okay. So, guys, again, if you did have a question for me that I happen to have missed, please do reach out to me. Like if you're on TikTok, just send me a DM. Okay, send me a DM, and I will be able to answer. If you are on YouTube, just go to any one of my socials that I have linked below in the video description below, preferably on Instagram. Just send me a message there, and I will answer any questions that you have. Okay. If I don't hear from you again, have a great have a great Sunday and rest of the week, and I will catch you in my next live. All right, or next, or through my content, however you find me. All right, thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch, and I will catch you in my next video. Ciao. Bye.